Hi guys, welcome back to Sam's Life with Husky. I'm cold. So today is February 1st. I have not recorded in several days. It's been very busy and we had some stuff happen in the house that was not fun. The garbage men are not happy with us right now. Let me do a quick weather forecast. Sorry about that, guys. I got a phone call. It was from my tax lady. She had a question about my Excel spreadsheet that I get from Everlance. Everlance is an app that I use to track my mileage and my transactions, and she's working on my taxes for me right now. And yeah, let's just say I hate taxes. I did it on TurboTax the first time, and I'm pretty sure I did something wrong. So I'm having her do it for me now. But we were doing the weather forecast, so let's go ahead and do that. The sun is setting, isn't that beautiful? And we have a chilly 24 degrees Fahrenheit. When I woke up this morning, it was 15 degrees. It was absolutely frigid, but that's not even the worst part. It's gonna be colder tomorrow. We have a high of 2 degrees tomorrow. Yay! So, yeah, Ghost was that delicious? He's eating his dinner. I have a slow feed bowl. I think it's a mac and cheese night. Let's do it. Well, while I wait for my water to boil for my mac and cheese, because it is totally a mac and cheese night. I'm exhausted. I can see it in my face. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's been a very crazy last few days. So, Saturday morning while I was out working, my stepdad called me and proceeded to tell me that our basement was flooded. Kiki, stop hitting my cameras. He's right here. He's hitting my hand because he wants attention. So yeah, we had our basement flood, which is odd for this time of year because normally the basement is dry as a bone because of the fact that it's wintertime and everything is normally frozen. However, this year, we have had so much more rain than normal. And yeah, our sump pumps failed. So we have a sump pump system in our basement. We actually have 2 sump pumps. And we have a main sump pump that's bigger, and we have a backup sump pump that's smaller in case things get overloaded, you know. Well, normally the backup sump pump doesn't run very much because the main sump pump can take care of the whole thing. If you don't know what a sump pump is, it's a hole in your basement. I'm going over here like you guys can see. There's a hole in your basement floor, and there's a motor down there connected to a pipe that pumps the water up through the pipe system and out your house, away from your house. So that's what a sump pump is. You can look it up. They're very common. Yeah, so we have 2 and they both failed. We had 4 or 5 inches of water in our basement. So basically anything that wasn't up on a pallet or in a plastic tote had to be gone through. And we had quite an extensive pile at the end of our road of stuff that had to be thrown away. Thankfully, there wasn't too many sentimental things that had to be thrown away. A lot of our sentimental stuff we were smart enough to either put up on a pallet or put in a plastic tote. He hit my arm again. So we got both of the sump pumps working. My stepdad got both of the sump pumps working again on Saturday. I almost came home and he basically said, no, don't worry about it. I got the pumps working. They're pumping away. But because we had so much water in the basement, our dehumidifier that we had down there got fried. So I came home about 2 o'clock, noticed that the dehumidifier was fried, and proceeded to say, "Hey, we need to go to Home Depot and get a new dehumidifier." So we got a brand new dehumidifier. Kiki, stop it! Why are you being so needy? You will have lap time, I promise. Got a dehumidifier. Put that down there. Let it run. Like we put it on full blast, continuous, high fan. Like we let that thing run. That thing kicked butt. It didn't dry everything out, but it got a lot of the moisture out of the air. And then Monday, we let it do its thing all day Sunday. And then Monday, we went down there, and we were down there almost all day. And we went through things. We went through half the basement, basically. Moved things. Things that were in totes still had to be moved so that way the floor could dry out properly. Because where the totes were, the floor was still wet. Where there were no totes, the floor was dry from the dehumidifier and the sump pumps doing their job. Come to find out, the sump pumps malfunctioned because there is a float. So there's like a little balloon thing, rubber balloon, and when it goes upright, the sump pump goes off and the water goes bye-bye, and then it goes back down on its side. Well, it got hung up like this. So it just kept rising and rising and rising like this, and it wasn't allowed to go straight because that's how it goes off. So both of the sump pumps did that. They both got hung up. They are several years old. They do need to be replaced. Our plan was to get them replaced this spring, actually, because we noticed that they needed to be replaced, but we had not noticed that they were in a hung up situation. So like I was saying, I think I hear my water boiling. Hold that thought. Oh my goodness. Mac and cheese with hot dogs. Okay, so I'm gonna eat and watch the Holler Homestead. I don't know if you guys can see that. Holler Homestead. And yes, I am 7 months behind. But that's okay. You wanna know why? Because then I can binge watch while I have dinner. So, food, and then back to story time. So I have finished eating, I have relaxed, and now we're going to finish story time. So, like I was saying, we did half the basement on Monday, and we felt feeling really good. Everything was great, and we went to bed. And we woke up the next day, and I went down to throw in a load of laundry before we started doing work. And I open up the basement door, and we have another 2 inches of water in the basement. They both malfunctioned again. This time we could not get the backup sump pump working, but the main sump pump was working. We made it so it will work no matter what. Thankfully, the dehumidifier did not fry. There wasn't enough water down there to make that fry, but we did put it up on a plastic tote. So that way, if something happened to the other sump pump before we could get it replaced, it would have a safe place to be and still do its job. So we were very, very discouraged on Tuesday morning to find out that we had more water in the basement. Thankfully, half of the basement was already finished. Nothing was on the ground, thank God. That was like cardboard or anything. So that was really, really nice. And it dried up really fast. We went down there, got that sump pump working again, and then we started sweeping the water. So that way it would drain faster. And we were able to work on the other half of the basement. The way our basement works is the half that has the 2 sump pumps is the lower part of the basement. You can't tell by looking at it that there's a grade, but there's definitely a grade. You could tell with the water level. But the side with the sump pumps has is the lower end, and then the other side of the basement is the higher end. So you can definitely see it when it comes to the water level. So we were able to work on the other half of the basement on Tuesday after we got the other water drained, and we just kept up with the dehumidifier and everything, and finally we got it done. The garbage man was not happy today. When he pulled up to our house, there was a lot of garbage. There was probably, I'd say, at least anywhere from 12 to 15 black garbage bags, and then a bunch of other things that couldn't go into garbage bags that were damaged. And then our bin was actually was full. So we had a lot of garbage. Thankfully, he took 90% of it. And the stuff he didn't take, we'll put out there again next week, and I'm sure he'll take it next week. But that is the explanation of why I have not recorded since the 27th. It has been, today would have been day 5 since of no recording if I didn't record today. So I wanted to make sure I got this recorded and get something out there so I didn't miss a day. If I didn't record this, I think I would have actually missed a day this week. Maybe. I don't know. But you know what? This is life. This is real life. And yeah. And on top of all the stress, because I was so focused on getting things done and working and everything like that, I forgot to put chapstick on my lips and my lips cracked. So yeah, my lips are in some serious pain. I got a crack down here and actually have 2 cracks on the bottom, and I have 1 crack on top, and my lips are very sore. So lots of lip balm. I always have problems with my lips during the winter because it's so dry. I have a humidifier in my room, so that way my room doesn't dry out overnight because I leave the door closed. But it's been a crazy week. I should rephrase that. It's been a crazy month. So things are going crazy. Update on Ghost. His feet are doing well. Still cannot go for a WALK, but his feet are healing. Thank goodness. But that is all I have for you today. I wanted to give you a story time and let you know what was going on in my life. And hopefully tomorrow we will be back to normal. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you in that next video. Like, subscribe, and share.